Oh my goodness. Oh baby, here I am again, guys. Fuck is up. Let's all say it together. If you don't know it by now, get it together. Say it with me. I am who I am. My name is my name. Welcome in episode 44 of Shooting the Shit with Sands. The greatest sports pod? I don't know what this is. I talk about sports, but this can go a lot of different ways. Song of the day, Ride Out by Schoolboy Q and Vince Staples. One of my favorite features. Love Vince Staples, by the way. Song of the week, good song. How are y'all doing, man? That's what I'm really here for, okay? Get the intro shit out the way. How are we doing? I'm here for your mental health. Okay? I want you to feel part like you're my friend. You may be my friend. But we can be closer. We can be closer than that, dude. Listen. Today, we are talking men's toxicity. Yep, that word. We're talking about how good Tyler Hero really is. And we're going to get into the All-Star game, who I think should make it, why, and the weird, dichotomy of who gets voted in with. Is it voting? Is it talent? Is it how good of a season he's having? Is it popularity? Is it both? Is it winning? We don't know how the All-Star team should be built. And eventually, I think with all these snubs and shit, they're going to cut it down to, all right, listen, if you ain't in the top 10 seeds, you can't make the playoffs, but we'll get into my theory on that, and that's what I think should happen. But first, men being toxic. And what led to this, by the way, I almost got boycotted. People were like, what the fuck I got 2 mentions on Twitter from 2 of my really good friends. Then I got 3 text messages from people that listen to the podcast that I know. They're not really close friends of mine, but we're cool. They're like, yo, what the fuck you talking about? No sports on the pod. What the fuck are you going to talk about? Will y'all settle the fuck down? One, this is my fucking podcast. If I want to come in here and, I don't know, moan into the mic for 45 minutes, that's my fucking right, okay? That's my fucking right. How about that? How do you feel about that, motherfucker? Secondly, the reason I got into this was because I had a little life talk with the homies, and it made your brain just starts going places, and then it became the group chat extended into conversations with Nia, and then when you talk to your girl, your brain is either getting fried because she isn't making sense. Dude, I have to start quoting Nia, some of the shit she says. One time, and she proved me wrong. She goes, the mattress is so heavy because of all the dead skin in it. And I literally looked at her like she had no brains in her head and she was a vegetable. I said, what the fuck did you just tell me? And it's not why it's heavy, duh. But it does say that if you have a mattress over 5 years, there's 10 to 20 pounds of dead skin in your mattress. Fucking disgusting and weird. So now we all learned something, right? So Nia tells me shit like that. So your brain's either getting fried, you either got a smart girl who enlightens you on some shit, or you're in an argument and she's like, yo, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? You need to apologize because I'm crying that you didn't cut the steak I wanted it to be cut. Didn't happen with me. Know a friend that happened to. They literally almost broke up over that argument because it became the principle thing. When you get an argument, it's the principle, man. You don't understand. It's not that you only owe me 50 cents, man. It's what if you owe me bigger than that? How am I supposed to rely on you if I can't rely on you for 50 cents, bro? That. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, bro. But to get into this, we were talking and we're all right. Led to these conversations about relationships and how people break up. And then I was like, yeah. And when you break up, men are so fucking stupid. And she was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, I've had plenty of friends who are trying to get over their ex, right? So you date this girl. You date her for a year. Okay? Let's say you date her for a year. And if you've only lasted a year and you're about to break up, I'm going to let you know, and we all know this, you didn't give a fuck about her the last 3 months. At least. I had one where I didn't care about the woman for 5.5, but you keep having sex with her. I mean, if it's there, You know? She's coming on to you. There you go. Always consensual, of course. But it's like, yeah, if the pool's out there in the summertime, I'm hopping in. I'm fucking hopping in the pool to cool myself off. It's out there, you know? Well, why wouldn't I use it? It's just sitting there, and it's ready for you to jump in it. So you got this pool out there all summer, and you keep using it. But you realize, you know, this pool doesn't get me that well. This water's a little too shallow, if you get what I'm saying. Heartless bitch. Now, so you realize you don't like her at all. And then you start treating her different because you're a sweetheart at first. You know, you're out there grinding. You're bringing her flowers before dinner. You're fucking doing the whole, going the whole 10 yards, right? Then y'all hit this wall where you're just hanging out with her to fuck her, right? And then you've been over at her house so much, you basically live there. You're like, damn, I live at your parents' house. This is horrible. Am I a bum? Maybe. Maybe I was a bum. Maybe I was. And then you realize you don't like her. You're having sex with her. And then you know it's about to come to an end. But you don't want to break up with her because you're a piece of shit, right? You're like, I'm not man enough to break up with you. And I pulled that line. Came back to bite me. I'll tell you how. So you go in there and she goes, we need to talk. And you come in, you see your clothes folded up. You're like, damn, she did my laundry. That's really cool. And then she tells you you're breaking up and to take your shit and get the fuck out, right? And then you just accept it. You kind of scoff at her. Okay. And then you walk out. And what do? You instantly DM like 3 bitches, right? And you want to fuck them, right? You want to fuck them. But you never get around to it. You know why? Because you want to get over her because you're still going to miss it. You're still going to miss her. But guess what? This is why men are so trash. We get over our ex by fucking our ex. It's like, damn, I need to fuck this pain away. Your ex hits you up. Y'all been talking because she wants you back, you know? She pulled the, I broke up with you so you would know what you were missing, man. You know that, babe. I want you to, I know I love you. And I just want you to know what you're missing. And you're like, that's fucking stupid. I will not miss you. I don't care for your well-being anymore. You don't understand. But you got to get over by fucking it out because men are so horrible in the head that they don't want to share their emotions with their ex. It's more like blaming her for shit that she's blaming you for. You just get into arguments over stupid shit. And she keeps bringing up things you did in the first 2 weeks of your relationship. And then you're like, all right. She's like, come over, we need to talk. And then you fuck. And then it keeps happening. I'm coming over today, we need to talk some more. You talk for about 30 minutes, you start making out. And guess what? After about a month and a half of that, she thinks y'all are getting back together. You keep telling her you're not ready. She keeps saying she's not ready until you're ready. Or she's not ready because she's just saying that to like reel you in and tell her that you're ready. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm not ready. Please tell me you're ready. I'm not ready. But please tell me you're ready so I can be ready. These women are insane. So you're over her now because you beat her cheeks up for a month and a half. But while you were out here DMing women, she was crying in her bed, calling her friends, not talking to men. Not talking to men, just trying to get over you. Just trying to get over you. That's all she wanted to do was get over you. And guess what? She released all her emotions. You didn't. You were just busting nuts. You know? You're just out here busting nuts, not giving a fuck, and you're busting them inside your ex who you're trying to get over. My God. It's like pointing a gun backwards. What Drake say in 5 AM in Toronto? I could load every gun with bullets that fire backwards. You did. And you kept shooting. You kept shooting in the same corner pocket. You know? You're making the shot, but it's the fucking 8-ball, bruh. It's the 8-ball. You're losing. There's 15 other motherfucking balls on the goddamn table. Or 7, whatever the fuck many there is. 14? Jesus. So then you're over her. Or you're not over her. She's over you now. And guess what? She posts the pics on Insta. Oh, she posts the pics on Insta. There she goes. There she goes. She's back out in the streets. The streets have a grip on them ankles, on them heels. She's stumbling because of the liquor. She stumbles into a man that is probably much more attractive than you's arms, you know? He has very broad shoulders. He's got some muscle on him. You're looking around. I got man tits and shit. I'm like, well, here we are. I face this, and you're in the Xbox party now. You're actually sad about it because she found somebody else. You know, you tell her, I hope you find somebody that makes you happy. She does. You're sick to your fucking stomach, hoping that she'd be depressed for another fucking 28 years of her life. You know? And then there you are, crying in bed. Fuck. I let that go. You know? Post a pic with the rebound relationship, and you're dead inside. So, that story escalated quickly, and it never gets better, and you don't forget about it because you keep saying to yourself, damn, I lost a good one. This bitch is a hoe. I can't believe I'm talking to all these hoes. I had a good one, man, and now she's with somebody else. But you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself, man. So, that's about it. That's about what I had on the theory. And Nia said I was a genius. She's like, oh my God, that makes a lot of sense, you know? But maybe she's just telling me I'm a genius, but she never does. Excuse me. She never tells me I'm a smart guy. No, she does. But not like when I give her my theories, you know? Because I'm like not a conspiracy theorist, but I think like I'm not putting my fucking thumbprint on my phone. Dumb. I'm not doing face recognition. I'm not putting my credit card on my phone. I'm taking my cookies all the way off. I do all that shit. Dude, we are all victims to data. Good God, don't let me get into this. We are victims to data. We are not victims to the government, nothing like that. You understand? These fucking this is my last rant and I'm done and we're going to get into sports. These corporations, I don't know if you knew this, go look it up. When you're out in the store and they're like, hey, can I get your email? Can I get your phone number, whatever? Can I get your name and shit? Tell them no. Do you know what they're doing? They sell your information to other fucking corporate businesses for hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm about to say hundreds of millions of thousands of pennies of dollars. And guess what? They know what you want. They know your goddamn demographic and what you want to buy. And they know you and what you want to buy. That's why you get random fucking postcards of like random shit that you shop at. How they find me? I haven't shopped there in years. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Yeah, go look it up, motherfucker. I did all this. Just like the dude that made the engine that ran off water like 55 years ago. He got fucking shot and killed because he wouldn't take $10 million to take away the patent. How about that? But guess what? I'm not going to get into it. But guess what? That is the rant. Men are toxic. And that's all I got, guys. So we're going to take an ad break here. I'm going to do a listener question. And then we're going to get into the All-Star shit, the listener question, and then how good is Tyler Herro. All right, it's going to be a longer podcast, and I'm going to take my time with it, have some fun. So take this ad break. I'm about to re-record it because that shit is loud as fuck. All right, loud as fuck. But yeah, I'll be right back with you. Okay, so getting into sports again. Gave y'all 12 minutes of bullshit. Here we are. Don't boycott me. I'm still here. Getting into NBA All-Star Weekend, okay? Now, first, I'm going to give my teams, right? And then we're going to have a personal debate with myself. Like, I did this on the quick pass in a hurry, but I wrote down guys who I thought of, and then I just now looked up their stats. So, I'm going to debate myself even. I may scratch a guy, move him, all that shit. So, the starters in the All-Star game are in the West, LeBron, Kawhi, the Joker, Luka Doncic, Steph Curry. Then in the East, KD, Kyrie, Joel Embiid, Bradley Beal, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, there is no argument with that. They didn't even let AD get a spot. That's how I know, like, they didn't let AD start, and he's in the LA market. You get what I'm saying? That's a big deal to me. Okay, they got that right. They got the starters completely right. Now, Bradley Beal, not personally a fan of him starting, but I understand. Like, I don't disagree with it, but when does winning come into play? You get what I'm saying? And we're going to get into those narratives in a second. Excuse me, burped. So, as the reserves, if you don't know, you get 3 front court players, 2 guards, and 2 wild cards. Okay? And I'm going to do them for each conference. So, my 3 front court players would be Anthony Davis, but he's hurt, so I'm putting Zion in his place. Disagree. Putting Zion, Paul George, who's having an incredible season. Two guys I hate right here. Not hate, I just hate on them. I don't believe in them. I think they're overrated, but they deserve their spot. And a dude named Rudy Gobert. I know he's a statue. I know all he does is play defense. But damn it, he's on the he's on the team with the best record in the NBA. And he's a very essential piece of their team. I mean, he's their second, I guess, best player. I think Bogey's probably a better basketball player than him, but he's definitely the second most important player on that team. Now, my two guards, Damian Lillard and Devin Booker. I'm not leaving them out. Calm down. The wild cards, CP3 and Donovan Mitchell. I know y'all are waiting for Donovan to be left out. And I don't think the West is that hard to me. I think the only two guys that I have here, I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That could have made it, and he's on a very bad team. But it's like, and it's only because I love him. I was just trying to pick a rabbit out of a hat, to find people. He's averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 60% true shooting percentage, insane. And then Christian Wood, who I actually believe probably would have made a reserve spot. I'm dead serious. If he didn't roll his ankle. He's averaging 22 points and 10 rebounds. Like, he is hooping, man. He's really doing well. And I don't think that's a hard list to argue with, right? I mean, you want to argue with the Zion one? Cool. Who you putting in there? It's like Brandon Ingram, his teammate, maybe? Sure. But Zion is shooting 60% from the field and averaging 25 points. Like, I mean, he's fucking going insane. And in the East, okay, this is my East. 3 front court players. Jimmy Butler, I know, Bam Adebayo, and Julius Randle. Any debates? Any debates? All right. 2 guards. Jalen Tatum, which I don't know why he's put on there as a guard. That's why I had Donovan Mitchell as my wild card. They have like their positions fucked up. Jaylen Brown, I'm sorry. And James Harden. Oh shit. I left off Jason Tatum off my list. Wow. Ooh, I gotta dump this guy. Okay, this is my list. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Julius Randle, James Harden, Jaylen Brown. I had Zach LaVine. I'm taking him off. Or putting Jason Tatum. And then I have Chris Middleton. And I know Chris Middleton is not a star, okay? This dude is in the 50-40-90 club right now. He is their primary star defender, by the way. Every time they face a star player. Chris Middleton is guarding them, and he's very good at guarding them. You can't keep out a guy out of the All-Star game because you think he's like not a fun player to watch. Chris Middleton is a very damn good basketball player, man. You got to put him in the All-Star game. It's just a fact. Just a fact. Now, the East is so fucked up. Like, Zach LaVine goes out, right? That dude's averaging 25. Shit, I don't even know his numbers off the rip. He's probably averaging 25 plus 6 and 6. Something like that, right? But Jason Tatum's on the Celtics. They're a top 4 seed, I think, still, or they're number 5. And they're winning. He's become a better playmaker. And him and Jaylen Brown are one of the best duos in the NBA. I'm not worried about their record. A lot of the top teams from last year have bad records, man. Go look at those teams. No, not everybody has LeBron, though. So take that down. The Clippers are doing great. The people that lasted a long time, I should say. The Final 4 teams, not looking good. Denver, not looking good. One team has the greatest player of all time, in my opinion. And then Bam, the Heat look horrible, and the Celtics don't look too good. We got you just get what I'm saying? But, dude, the East is insane. The guys that are on the bubble to make it to me, Jeremy Grant out here averaging 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Nothing crazy, but if you watch him play, he's become a fantastic player. It's just crazy. I think he could do it. And it's like, oh, I'm debating myself. Shit. I'm putting this guy in over Julius Randle, and I'm making it final. Domantas Sabonis, man, he has to make it. Julius Randle's out. I know he's in. I know Julius Randle is fucking balling out, and I mean balling out, man. But without Sabonis, this Pacers team is, to me, nothing. It's nothing to me. This Pacers team is ass to me without Sabonis. Sabonis is averaging 22, 12, and 6. Carrying the squad every night. And Sabonis is going to go in over Julius Randle. So now I have Jimmy, Bam, Sabonis, Harden, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Chris Middleton. And then you got guys like Ben Simmons. Like, why would he make the All-Star game, Hunter? Dude, once again, winning performance, what do you want? Y'all act like Ben Simmons isn't a fucking layup away a game from averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and being the best defender in the world, in my opinion. And it shows because he has the best defensive plus minus in the box score in the NBA. So, is it that, like, what y'all? I know the whole narrative on Ben Simmons, and I've been there, man. You have to drop what you want Ben Simmons to be and look at him for what he is, because he's pretty fucking special. Ben Simmons is the second best player and one of the most essential players on that team. I would say defensively, obviously, I don't know how to explain it. Obviously, Joel Embiid, the plus minus when he's on and off the court is astounding, to be honest. Ben Simmons is very important. I'm not going to say he's as important as Joel Embiid, but he's right there beside him. Now, can he carry them by himself like Joel can? No, I don't believe so, because Joel offensively is, hot take here, I'm just going to say it, Joel is the most unstoppable player in the East, and I know Kevin Durant's alive. Yeah, I said it. He's the most unstoppable player. It's like when people wouldn't say Shaq was the best player in the league, but he was the most powerful, dominant player. That's what Joel Embiid is in the East. Who the fuck is guarding Joel Embiid in the East? Think of the best down low defender in the East. He's getting dominated by Joel. Bam Adebayo is amazing. He's getting dominated by him. All right? That's my hot take. And then guys like Trae Young. Trae Young's team is 14.5 points better per 100 possessions when he's on the floor. You know how fucking stupid that is? You know how stupid that is? That is absurd. This is going to be the absurd podcast. That's what the fuck this is. Another dude that nobody talks about in this fucking planet that we live in is Nikola Vucevic, who he was my dark horse for this year, and I told him at the beginning of the year, watch out for Nikola Vucevic. I was like, he's going to shoot 40% from 3 this year. I was telling everybody, he's shooting 40% from 3 this year. Guess what he's doing? Shooting 41% from 3, averaging 22 and 12, and he shoots 6 threes a game. He shoots 47% overall. What the fuck you want him to do? So that's another guy. Are we going off individual basis? So those are all my bubble guys. Just showing the importance of that team. Like, if the Oklahoma City Thunder don't have SGA, I promise you, they have 5 wins right now, if not less. I'm not kidding. They have 3 wins. That team cannot win a game without that guy. He's one of the best players in the NBA, and he will not be recognized until Sam Presti starts using draft picks to acquire actually talented players. And their team is not horrible. It's just like Sam Presti has all these picks bottled up for what? And he doesn't miss on his draft picks. I don't want to go through the history, but fuck. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. They got 2 of them. Serge Ibaka, essential piece on the Clippers. SGA, Lou Dort became a great player. Russell Westbrook. Steven Adams is a great NBA player. The dude just doesn't miss, man. He doesn't fucking miss. But this is where the narrative comes in, right? Is it about winning? Is it popularity? What is it? So the fan vote to me counts way too much. Okay, I think it's 50%. That is fucking stupid. I think the media, hate to say it, man, the media does not know the X and O's of basketball that the players do. right? They should have the bulk of the vote. I think it should be 66.6% the media, and then the other percentage, the fans and the players get a third. And that's just how it should be to me. I don't think the fans should influence it that much at all. And my friend Chris, I bring it up all the time. He knows his shit. I bring it up all the time, like every other episode on this podcast. He was saying, because he talked about the NFL Top 100 list. And dude, that list is fucking horrible every year. Every year that list is trash. Trash. Like even when Tom Brady was on his decline, they had him in like the top 5 still. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know, I understand. Trust me, I understand. But if you go look at that list, you'll fucking throw up. That list is terrible. Some of the ratings on there. And it's not like the top 10 isn't right or whatever. You go through the list, like the number 7, like, I don't know. It's just a bad list. When players do the whole voting, it turns out really badly. Because a lot of players, dude, when do people realize this? Players aren't like fans of the NBA sometimes. Y'all know that, right? Like Anthony Edwards got drafted and they were skeptical because he said he doesn't care about like watching. He doesn't watch basketball. Like people don't watch the game. People treat that shit like a job. There's a lot of interviews where, like on the JJ Redick podcast, he's like, yeah, I had teammates that would come to practice, shoot their shots, leave, wouldn't text teammates, wouldn't hang out with teammates after, like wouldn't watch basketball, don't play video games. They just go home, live their life, make a good living. And he was talking about like good players. He's like, no, there's a guy in the league right now that's probably about to be a max deal guy that I played with. I'm not going to tell you what team. He's been around the league. And he's like, that dude literally does not watch basketball. He's not even a fan of basketball. He watches like NFL football and soccer, and that he does not watch basketball. So there's people like that. I think this voting is so flawed, and we have to have a system. And my system says, if you ain't in the top 10 teams in your conference, you cannot make it to the All-Star game. I'm sorry. Because then it condenses voting, and it makes these guys who are getting votes in markets, like big markets, if they're not in the running, they wouldn't get votes. They shouldn't get votes, man. Like Derrick Rose, StatMuse posted that Derrick Rose got more votes than Ben Simmons. You get what I'm saying? And it's all about the media narrative on Ben Simmons and how people think he can't score a bucket. Once again, he is less than a layup a game away from averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, shooting over 50%, and being the best defender in the world. In the world. Okay? God damn, get that through y'all's head. And I told y'all, I'm done. I am not disappointed in what Ben Simmons has become. I'm disappointed that I thought he was going to, like, you can't say somebody's going to be LeBron, but I thought he was going to put up Braun-like numbers. He just isn't. He doesn't like to score like that, bro. Accept it. Accept what he is, because once again, he is fucking special. But like examples, you know, Sabonis should be in the All-Star game. Why put him there? Jimmy and Bam might not deserve to be there. I think Bam does because he's been there all season, and he's been the reason we have been afloat. And he has shown, by the way, he's scored 63% of his buckets, 2-pointers, assisted on 63% of his points, which is his career low. So he's scoring almost 40% of his fucking baskets unassisted. Like, he is that ISO baller now. It's insane. I understand if you want to take people out or, like, give the guy... Like, Dame, to me, if we're doing winning, he should be over Doncic. But how are you going to give it to him over Doncic? Like, I'm not here to make a point. I'm here to see, like, what y'all feel like and how... For y'all to hear how confusing this shit is. Like, in my opinion, how the fuck does Bradley Beal make it over, like, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum? Bradley Beal's team is in last place. He's averaging 36 points. Cool. But, like, he ain't doing shit. Like, Steph is leading his team to the playoffs doing wild shit. I just don't understand how Bradley Beal. It's because he cried about it last year. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is confusing as fuck. And that's basically what I have to say about it. This shit's confusing. I don't know how Jeremy Grant probably won't even get a goddamn vote into that motherfucker. Ben Simmons ain't gonna get a vote either. Mostly by the players. They probably don't even like that motherfucker because they probably go with media narratives as well. I don't know. I'm just as confused as you are, guys. I'm just as confused as you are. But I just went on a roll, just started rambling. Sometimes I just like lose myself without even making points. So, yeah. There you go, guys. That's the end of the All-Star segment. I'm about to get into this listener question, and I might be done. I got to upload a video and everything. I've been running late and shit, so we'll see. We'll see if I do the Tyler Hero segment or not. All right? Thank you, guys. Okay, here we are. Guys, to the listener question. I'm not doing the T-Hero segment. It's already 6 o'clock, man. I got to edit this shit. Put it together. I'm tired of dropping this podcast at fucking 9 o'clock. But Nia insists that we lay in bed all day until she goes to work at 2. And I fucking hate my off days. I sit in bed all day. I like to get up and do shit and not waste my day. But she insists, oh my god, babe, why? You're all the cuddle, you never touch me. Fuck. Listener question. Hey man, you're killing it with the podcast. Thank you. Hope you get rich off this shit one day. I hope you make it. Thank you. The question though, she says, who knows? Since you are now away from home, do you feel different in a different place? How bad do you miss your friends? What's your mind state like? Example, are you depressed or are you more depressed? Sorry, my handwriting is awful. Are you more anxious, etc.? Asking because I want to know the mindset when I leave this shithole. Do I feel different? Nah, don't really feel different. I moved a lot as a kid though, so it's different for me. Now moving out here, you're like, oh shit, like I'm about to move 7 hours away from where I've lived for the last 12 years of my life, 13, whatever it was. And you're like, all right, this is a big move. I get to move in with my girl, and that's a different mindset, you know? It's, I don't know, it's like, damn, I'm moving 7 hours away from my fucking family, right? But with me, I'm a chill dude. I'm a homebody. I like to sit at the house, fucking watch games, and sip on whiskey, taste new whiskey, all that shit. I'm not really a go out guy and things of that nature, so if you're like that, it's going to be a whole different thing for you. You know, it's going to be a whole different type of fun. It's also weird in like certain states, if that's what you're talking about, or if you're just going really far away from home, they're not gonna have shit that you're used to in Fort Worth. I promise you, they're not. Fort Worth is like has everything you can ask for, every restaurant, every type of food, nice shit, ghetto shit, gentrified shit, everything. I'm in a college town. This place has shit like little things like or Louisiana in general has nothing to do with a college town. They don't have my best made pickles, the best pickles in the world. And my jaw is locking. Ooh, they're so good. Fuck, they're so sour when I think about them. Oh, fuck, pause. They are amazing. So it's not really I feel different. My man's over here dropping weight. I don't feel different. You know, I think I feel the same as a person. I'm not more anxious. When I first moved out here, it's bad. It was. I couldn't sleep in Nia's bed. I would be dead tired. I have really bad sleep anxiety. It hits off and on. But my sleep anxiety was horrible. I would stay up till 9 o'clock in the morning, pass out on the couch, wake up at 11:30, stay up the whole night again till 9 o'clock, sleep till 12. Like in a week, I was getting probably 20 hours of sleep. It also had to do with not having a job for the first time in like 5 years, things of that nature, you know. Even when I was off and on with jobs, I still had a job. Always had fluid income. But the next one, I'll do the mind state, because you said, do I feel different? Mind state. Like my mind state when you move, to be honest, it's like it's a fresh start, right? But I already had that when I moved out of my parents' house for good. Like got my own apartment in Denton. I had this mindset of it's brand new. It was like my you know how LeBron compared Miami to his college years. That was my like college years, and I'm still in that phase until I get out of college. I'm still out of college, man. I'm not ashamed of it either. I've realized that. Don't be ashamed of your pace, bro. I made a lot of mistakes. I got to make up for it, but you kind of get away, and you're like, you took the erase board or the eraser to the dry erase board. You know, you took off all the notes you had about your life beforehand when you had this new place. You got new faces. You ain't hanging out with the same people every day, the same environment. Humans are creatures of habit, man. And you just kind of get tied up in that lifestyle. And I think that's what happens with people. That's why people don't move from their hometown, in my opinion, because they get caught in a habit of just being there. You know what I mean? So with me coming out here, it's like, unfortunately, I haven't got to meet a lot of new people because of the panny, you know what I mean, the pandemic or whatever. But I'm not mad about it. I started a podcast, and I'm like 9 months in now, something like that. 8 months in, almost a year. And wait, it started in August, I think. So I'm not even close to. I'm at 6 months, I believe. And you know, it's one of those things where you move away, you get a fresh start, and you kind of. It's cool to be in different environments because you adapt to different environments. You need to put yourself in uncomfortable positions, like coming out to a new spot, having a new job, getting to know new people and stuff, because it just makes you see new shit as a human. And that's what a lot of people don't. That's why older people have these mindsets on certain things, because they're so traditionalist, because they've never explored in life. You know what I mean? They're really just stuck in their ways and don't want to see anything new or from a new perspective. Yeah, so like my mindset's great, man. It's just like, go get it. I had a fresh start, and now I look at shit so different, man. Like I've said a million times, go get the shit you want. And then it's all about, to me, learning how to complete a goal, you know? All right, I'm going to finish this podcast at this time. Finish that goal on time, like I said. I'm going to do, you know, I'm going to make dinner, like literally little goals, and then it becomes big goals. All right, I'm going to create this podcast and not stop. Big goal. You know what I mean? Do shit like that, and then you just start pushing forward more and all that shit, all that corny shit I always talk about. How bad do you miss your friends? Ooh, buddy, do I. It sucks because I found I've had two separate groups of like close friends in my life. You know, well, I've had one group of like best friends, and then I've had a group of like good friends, and then Chris and Landon came along, and we've become like pretty damn close. With life conversations and things of that nature. Mostly like Chris. I think me and Lane are coming along though in the closeness category, if you will. And man, I would get emotional if I like went into detail, but I miss them. I miss them quite a bunch, man. Even the guys that I've kind of faded off from a certain situation. Kind of faded away, and there's personal issues that I'm not going to get to on the fucking podcast, shit that I dislike, but that it's nothing against them. It's just, once again, you know, I'll just drop it. I'm going to elaborate and then go into a story or some shit about it. But those are my friends from fucking middle school. Like, really, like, I've been friends with them since I was 13 years old. And they've been my best friends for a while, and I still talk to a couple of them on a regular basis. But you kind of hone in your circle, you know. Maybe you think you outgrow people or whatever, and I don't think I ever outgrow people. I'm pretty like not immature or childish, but I have like a childish like playfulness to me. You know what I mean? And I never feel like I outgrow somebody. I don't think I can outgrow somebody. Just certain things like, you know, I stopped smoking weed, and like sometimes you don't get that invitation text because you don't smoke weed sometimes. That's really how it goes sometimes. And it doesn't mean they don't like you or anything like that. It's just like maybe they're just meeting up to smoke, which a lot of my friends did back in the day, you know. So, and now I hang out with older people. Like my older friends don't do shit like that anymore, you know. They kind of got like wives and like serious relationships, and I don't even play video games that much anymore. They don't play video games. We talk about sports and like other life shit. And that's just how it goes. But to answer it, do I miss them? God damn, yes. Fuck. I miss my friends a lot. Because I'm really dependent on my friends. Because they're unjudgmental people. And they'll hear your side of the story and hear you out. And I think as we've gotten older, they become more honest with each other and with me and me with them. I'm not scared to be like, yo, I don't agree with that. That's crazy that you think that way or that you want to do that. That's stupid. Like, that's fucking dumb, And I miss the shit out of them, man. They, yeah. I want to hang out with them. I want to have a few drinks with them, chill and all that. And I want Nene to get to know these guys, man. I think that she's had a little sip of the sauce, and kind of like been like, damn, like we would be really, really close with those guys. And she loves all their women. She's like, I would be really close to those people if I hung out with them. Because she has outgrown her friends. I'll say it. Nia is a very mature person for her age. She's 22, and she's a very mature 22-year-old that holds herself well. And at the wedding, people were like, she's fucking 22, dude. I thought she was like as old as you or older, And I don't know. I think that I'm missing out on that part. But it doesn't like affect me. Like I do, I'm like, damn, I'm missing out. But I don't have FOMO anymore either. I've kind of adapted. So, it is what it is. I miss you boys. I know y'all are listening. Love you guys. And hopefully I'll be home soon to see them. And yeah, man. Go chill with the homies. And make some more memories, you know what I mean? So, but that is the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening. I love all of you for listening. That just made me sad talking about my friends. I'm not going to cry, but that made me sad. Kind of depressed me. Yeah, I got to go to the grocery store. I'm about to post this up. But guess what? I'm out. Once again, song of the day. Ride Out. Schoolboy Q. Vince Staples. Vince Staples versus about to get put right in this bitch right now. Pod Goat. Greatness. No more Pod God. Everybody calls everybody that. The Pod Greatness. The Royal Highness of podcasting is out. Deuce.